So for the course information and orientation block, up at the top, it always lists what you need to complete and the day you need to complete it by. And this is the section with the syllabus and the assignment schedule. So if you go into the syllabus and you take a look, it is going to show you my name, office number, office hours, office phone, all that contact information that is also displayed in Moodle. It gives you a description of our course. It tells you the content is mapped to the MTA 98382, Intro to Programming Using JavaScript exam, and that exam is going to be your final exam in this course. And we do have a required book in our class. And as far as the required software goes, it's the same software that you used in CIT 180. And if you didn't take 180 from me, I do have links to all of the software, so you can still download it. As far as a web host, I have a domain. And for those of you that have me for 180, you will be using the same account. And for those of you who did not have me for 180, I will be creating an account for you and emailing the information you need to connect. Learning outcomes basically just tell you what you're going to be learning in this class. They're pretty broad and general, but by the end of the semester, these are the different things that you will learn. Grading, this is probably what you're more interested in. It tells you the different types of grading activities in this class and how many points they are worth. And you'll notice that we do have 1,000 points in this class. And how that breaks down as far as a grade, 95 to 100% is a 4.0, 90 to 94% is a 3.5, etc. So this shows you the percentage, the points you need to get it, and what your grade is going to be. If you are curious about what these different assignments entail, this pretty much goes through all of that in great detail. And course communication, if I need to let everybody know something, I am going to post an announcement. Otherwise, email is probably the best way to get a hold of me. I check email daily, including weekends. Online communication, Netiquette. So this is pretty much a standard blurb we have to put in our syllabus for any online course. And it's just really how to respectfully respond to other people. And I think you can probably read through the rest on your own. One thing, make sure you take note that you are expected to participate in the course. And if you do not submit work for 3 weeks, you may be withdrawn from class. Now, what I typically do is if you haven't communicated with me and you haven't turned anything in, I will email you. And I will explain the policy. And typically people who want to remain in class start turning things in. So for people who don't have time, they will typically tell me that, and then we withdraw them. The assignment schedule is something that you are going to want to print because it's telling you what we're going to cover each week. I would suggest printing this, and then as you complete things, you can just cross them off. And that way you know that you've gotten everything for the week. The first assignment that you have to do is this student profile glossary. I have a video showing you how to do this, but it's actually pretty easy. This is going to be shared with everybody in the class. And what you're going to want to do is come in here and add a new entry, put your name under concept, give me your tagline or a one-sentence description of you, okay, and add a picture. And for the picture, you are going to need to resize it. It should be a thumbnail. So you want it to be about 150 pixels wide. I think it says 125 in here. You could use 125, but I wouldn't enter, if you enter a width, I would not enter a height because it might distort the image. So if you enter like 125 or 150 for your width, it should keep it in proportion. So let it figure out what the height is. Okay. And then you're going to give me one sentence about yourself. And then you will come down here and save it. And this, whatever you enter here, is connected to the student spotlight. So up here, it is going to randomly display students from our class. That way you guys can get to know each other. And when you're participating in discussions, it's kind of nice if you've been paying attention to the spotlight because you feel like you at least know the people in the class a little bit better. So doing the student profile is worth points. Okay, it's not difficult to do. And again, if you're confused, watch the video because I actually post a profile as a fake student, Joe Schmo. The discussion introduction here, you'll come in here. And so you're going to post a little bit more information about yourself in here. If you have a nickname or hobbies or interests, you're going to post them. Post your major or program of study, and any additional information that you want to share, you could post. I will have an example here. I tend to share too much, so do not feel like you have to share as much information as I do. Only share what you are comfortable with. The instructor feedback for introductions is where I give you specific feedback for your discussion posting. It's separate from the discussion because there is no way for me to give custom feedback in a discussion forum. For those of you that do not have the software for the course, this is where you can download the software from. Okay, and that's pretty much our orientation block.